A very good morning to you all, ladies and gentlemen. Speaking to you right now is your captain for the day, Captain Koketso Di Tlakanyani, and I'd like to welcome you all aboard our first flight for today from London Heathrow Airport right down to George Best, Belfast City Airport. Our expected time of departure is 05:50 in Zulu hours. Trust that you'll enjoy the flight today, as our cabin crew also takes care of you en route. So starting our processes, I first would like to synchronize GSX with the updated flight plan, and then proceed to power up the aircraft. So first gonna get our lights on, as it's a very early morning flight, and the aircraft is in the cold and dark state. So we're going to start by turning on battery 1 and battery 2, and once battery 1 and battery 2 have been turned on, we're going to turn on our external power coming from our ground power unit, move on to turn on our emergency lights, get some interior lights going as it's dark, and now we can turn off our flashlight. Going to turn on our no smoking signs, and we're going to skip the seatbelt signs for now, as the aircraft will still be refueled and boarded at the same time. And then we're going to move on to turn on our window heats, turn on nav and logo lights to position 1, turn on the wing lights, and we're going to skip the beacon and strobe lights for now. Going to turn on our crew supply, turn on the ground control, and flip our switch to the captain's side. And then we are going to turn on our ATC, starting with number 1. Wait for the on-bed light to disappear, and we're going to turn on the switch on number 2, and then we're going to wait for that to disappear as well, and then we're going to turn on our last one and wait for the on-bed sign to disappear. So while that is still sorting itself out, aligning, we have around 7 minutes until alignment. We are going to proceed to further ready our aircraft for the departure today. I'm going to start by turning to our electronic flight board, head on down and load our flight plan. So as previously mentioned, we will be flying from London Heathrow right down to George Best Airport. Our expected time of departure is 5:50 in Zulu, and we are expected to arrive at 7:20 in Zulu. So we are looking at a flight of around 51 minutes. So while we are on that, let us load the aircraft. We're going to be using GSX to load and refuel the aircraft. So we're just going to select that.
Refueling truck is on its way.
And our ATC services today will be provided by Beyond ATC. So we will be using AI for our air traffic control from departure right down to arrival for today's flight. So as we are going to just align ourselves with the expected weather conditions of the today, I'm just going to tune into our ATC, the London Heathrow ATC, just to get a sense of what our weather conditions look like, as well as what the allocated runways are for today's departure from London Heathrow Airport. So we have ATC on 121.935. So 121 and then decimal 935, and that's our ATC frequency at London Heathrow Airport.
Fuel truck is in position.
Transition level 060. Bird activity in vicinity of airport. Advise on initial contact you have information Sierra. Heathrow Airport information Sierra. 0511 Zulu. Wind 010 at 5. Visibility 10 miles or more. Temperature -01. Dew point -02. QNH1036. VFR conditions. Landing runway 27 right. Departing runway 27 left. Transition level 060. Bird activity in vicinity of airport. Advise on initial contact you have information Sierra.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, that was just our weather report coming from the ATC, as well as a forecast of the allocated departure runway for today. As you heard from the ATC that we've got very cold conditions this morning of -1 degrees, and we have some bird activity on our departing runways. We have been allocated runway 27 left for departure, and we've got a transition altitude of 6,000 feet. Wind conditions not too strong this morning. We've got a wind coming in from 010 degrees at 05 knots for today. So with that in mind, we're just going to have a look at our company messages right down here in the FMC. So we're going to go to our ETU, and we're going to go to our AUC menu and look at our received messages. So we've got the ground crew allocating our load sheet for today. We are expected to have a zero fuel weight of 57 tons this morning, and a total take-off weight of 63 tons. We're looking at having a maximum number of passengers in the tune of 142 passengers this morning, so it's going to be a great flight. So we're just going to accept that, and then we are going to just load up our flight initialization. So I'm going to request the data. Just as a disclaimer, this will be the only data that I will be requesting. Every other bit of data that will be keyed on our FMC will be manually keyed in to try and simulate real life conditions as best as possible. This is still a simulator, as I'd like to highlight, and some procedures may not be followed which are in alignment with what the real pilots get to do in real life. Alright, so as we've said, today our flight number will be shuttle 1424. Will be departing Heathrow Airport, arriving at George Best Airport, and our alternate airport is Manchester Airport. We've got an estimated time en route of 50 minutes. Alright, with this data keyed in, I will just be looking at our flight charts. So we're going to head back to our EFB, open up our Navigraph page, and we're just going to have a look at our flight charts. So we're looking at our departure airport, which is London Heathrow, and we want to have a look at all our charts, more specifically so the departure charts. So for our departure, let's switch back to the routing page. Just going to look at the pilot brief, and then we're going to look at the routing and impact page. So this is our flight plan. Our first waypoint for today will be the Umlaut waypoint, and our last waypoint will be the MAC-G waypoint. Right. Just according to our flight plan, we have been allocated a cruising altitude of 360, cost index of 23 for today's flight. The fuel that we'll be carrying on board, we are looking at carrying around 6 tons of fuel today for our flight, which is going to take around 50 minutes. We are carrying 10% extra fuel just to make sure that we have enough fuel for a go-around should we need to carry out a go-around as we are landing. Now that we do have our first waypoint, I would just like to switch back to our flight chart. I'm going to head on down to our departure airport and we're going to look at
We are ready for pushback.
the departure charts. So our first waypoint is Umlaut. We're going to look for a flight standard instrument departure flight chart that has Umlaut as the first waypoint, and this is what we have. Just to double check that we don't have a double Umlaut.
Departure check completed.
prepare to start boarding.
Alright, that was just our cabin crew alerting all stations that boarding is about to start. So as you're looking at Umlaut, we have been allocated runway 27 left for today's departure. And what we want to note is that when you look at the bottom runway 27 left, we have been allocated the standard instrument departure labeled as Umlaut 1 Golf. I'm just going to make note of that on my sheet. So we have Umlaut 1 Golf as the departure. We can see that we have an initial climb of 6,000 feet, as it's not explicitly stated, but when we read our standard instrument departure, we can see that we are not allowed to go past 6,000 feet up until we pass the point Umlaut on our standard instrument departure for today. And then just heading on back down to our pilot brief and having a look at the routing again. We have been allocated, or we have planned for an arrival at runway 22 at George Best Airport, but then we don't have any standard terminal arrival A star that we're going to follow, so we are most likely going to be routed in by ATC into runway 22 should conditions not change and lead to a runway change. So I'm just going to make a note of that on my side, that we have planned for arrival at runway 22, and with the planned arrival we have no star planned for the arrival at the moment. So that's it for our flight. Familiarizing ourselves with the flight, just making a note here, not applicable, we have no star. So as I'm making a note, I'm just using a spreadsheet to make a few notes before I'm going to communicate with ATC and get clearance for the day. We have enough information right at the moment, so I believe that we can now request for clearance from ATC. We're going to tune into to Heathrow delivery on a frequency of 121.98. Switch into 121. This one is ready, and I'm going to go to 121.98. And this is the delivery frequency for London Heathrow Airport. Heathrow delivery, good morning. This is shuttle 1424 at gate 505 with information Sierra requesting IFR clearance to George Best Belfast City Airport.
Shuttle 1424, Heathrow delivery. Thanks for information, Sierra. Expect runway 27 left. Umlaut 1 Golf departure. Umlaut transition. Squawk 0135.
Cleared to George Best Belfast City Airport. Expect runway 27 left on the Umlaut 1 Golf departure and a transition point at Umlaut. Squawk code 0135. Shuttle 1424.
Shuttle 1424. Read back correct. Contact ground 121.705 when ready for push or start.
Contact ground on 121.075 when ready for pushback and engine start. Shuttle 1424.
Negative. Ground on 121.705.
Ground on 121.705. Shuttle 1424. Alright, that was our clearance for the flight. Just want to tune into the ground frequency so that we can request for engine. So we can request for pushback and engine start. Heading back down to our FMC, we are going to then move on to the init page. Clear that message, and again we stated we are leaving London Heathrow, EGLL, and we are going to Belfast Airport, so it's EGAC, right? We have no company route, but our alternate route is EGCC. I'm reading that correctly, EGCC. That's our alternate, and today we are shuttle 1424. 1424, that's our flight number. We are running a cost index of 23, and we've got a blend altitude of flight level 360. Our average ISA is minus 003, so we want to make that adjustment to our cruising temperatures, cruising altitude temperatures, minus 003, and that will push us down to minus 59 degrees. Current ground temperatures, as indicated on the information here, is that we have minus 1 degrees today, and that should be fine so far for our initialization page. Let's move on down to our flight plan. So we'll be departing London Heathrow, departure on runway 27 left via the umlaut 1 of departure, and we're just going to insert that, and then we are arriving at George Best. Arrival, we're planning for arrival on runway 22 with no star available, so we're probably going to be factored in. Let's head on down to switch on our constraints and just queue in our QNH, because there's a tendency of forgetting this. This is very important. So we have a QNH of 1036 for today's flight. Move on down to flight plan. I think this one should be fine. Let's just scroll through to make sure we have no unintended discontinuities. Next we have slide zoom picture. Alright, so we're going to depart 4,000, trains at 6,000, and we're going to hit umlaut. Okay, and then sorry about that, just want to queue in our route, as I had skipped queuing our route. So we are then going to move from umlaut. We're going to use the airway Tango 418, and we are going to use that airway to head to Welland, waypoint Welland. And then we have another waypoint, which is Tango 420, and we will be heading to waypoint TNT. Then we have another airway to use, which is a Uniform Lima 28, and we'll be heading on down to Rodor. Then we have Uniform Mike 65, and we will be heading to Tensor, waypoint Tensor. have another airway, which is Lima 603, and we will be using that to head to Belfast. Right, just insert that, and then from Belfast we'll be flying direct to Ramsay. That will be our next waypoint, and from Ramsay we will be heading to Linep, waypoint in Linep. Just insert that, and then from Linep we're going to take the airway, which is Mike 148, and that will then lead us to our final waypoint before final approach, or before approach, which is MAC-G.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board this self-loading cargo service. Please place your large bags into the overhead locker wheels first, and keep your small items under the seat in front of you. These include laptops, handbags, duty-free and loose items of clothing. Once you have safely stowed your cabin bag, please take your seat. To help us ensure a prompt departure, we would kindly ask that you keep the aisle clear, enabling all remaining customers to board. Your seatbelt can now be fastened ready for departure. This is a no-smoking service.
Alright,
Thank you for observing
so we
this
have
policy.
no unintended discontinuities, but we are going to leave this discontinuity as it is, as we might be taking vectors from ATC. Right, flight plan's perfect. Let's just cue in our squawk code. Today's squawk code is 0135. Turn up the brightness a little bit. Alright. Let's have a view outside the airplane. Baggage handlers have completed their tasks. And refueling seems to have been completed. So in that sense, let's move on to turn on our seatbelt signs. As we are just waiting for passengers to board the aircraft. Remember, our departure is in the next 15 minutes, so I just want to set a timer for the next 4 minutes, and we'll be switching on the APU in the next 4 minutes. Set a timer for 4 minutes.
I'll start your timer for 4 minutes.
Let's head down the cabin just to greet some of our passengers who will be flying with us today. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I've got a full flight today. Kosa, and boarding has been completed.
Tow is attached. Steering pin is inserted. Stand by while we start pushback.
Alright, just gonna head down to the AOC menu once again, have a look at our received messages, and we have our final load sheet. Just going to accept that, head back to our init page, and now let's queue in our final numbers. So we have a zero fuel weight of 57.5 tons, and we have a zero fuel weight center of gravity of 30.9. Just going to insert that. We have fueling tanks of 6.2, tons of fuel, and according to our flight plan, we have average wind component of positive 006. So we've got a tailwind of positive 006, which should then increase the extra time that we have on hand, or the extra fuel that we might have at the end of the flight. There we go. So the tailwind will be pushing us forward. So once that has been completed, our init page has been completed, want to head down to the EFB, dismiss that, and let's do our takeoff calculations. So we will be taking off from runway 27 left. It's dry, surface conditions are dry. Sync with the final load sheet, sync with the final weather, and calculate. So we've got takeoff speeds of 149, 149 and 150. So move on down to the performance page. Takeoff speed 149, 149 and 150. And then we have flaps 1 takeoff, the trim, that's 0.2 units down. So it's flap 1 takeoff, flap 1 takeoff and 0.2 units down trim. And we've got a flex temperature of 70 degrees for today. And let's have a look at our noise abatement. So 1580 across everything, so that is correct. So our performance page has been keyed in. We have 9 minutes left to departure, so it's time to switch on our APU. I'm gonna start by turning on the fuel pump for the APU. Turn on the master switch, wait a few seconds, and then we're going to start the APU. And while that is running, just want to switch to our V2 speed. Have an initial climb of 6,000 feet, and we'll be
all aircraft be advised, information Tango now current, QNH1036.
Okay, so we are still on the correct QNH, and we are just waiting for our APU to fully start up. Let's head on outside to hear the APU noise. The APU startup has got to be one of my favorite sounds, I have to admit. So let's look up we see that our top panel here, the APU, is now flashing as a veil. So once there is a veil, we can turn on the APU bleed, and then we can disconnect our external power, switch on all our fuel pumps. Alright, just want to head back down to our charts over here and open up the ground chart. So this is where we currently are, parking 545, and we are taking off from 27 left. It's going to be quite a long taxi to 27 left from parking terminal 5. I'm assuming that pushback will be having nose to the left, but we will confirm that as we ask for pushback clearance. So pushback nose to the left, just making a note. Alright, okay, seatbelt signs are on, no smoking signs are on, TCAS is on standby, APU bleed is on, parking brake, can flip out TCAS to TA only. And once that is done, I think our aircraft is now ready for departure. We are, I'm assuming, 5 minutes or so, yeah, 5 or 6 minutes early, so we can then proceed to request for pushback and engine start from ground. So ground frequency was 121.705, and let's request our pushback. Heathrow ground, good morning, this is shuttle 1424 at gate 505, requesting pushback and engine start.
Shuttle 1424, Heathrow ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face east.
Pushback and engine start approved, face east, shuttle 1424. So east is about 90 degrees on our navigation over here, so I was correct in saying that pushback will be to the left. So before we're going to request for pushback, what we want to do is then turn on our beacon lights, which will then request for pushback.
Due to icy conditions, please stand by starting engines until push is completed and brakes are set. Stand by starting engines until push is completed and brakes parking brakes, please.
Okay, we are going to release the parking brakes. Just gonna switch that on, start running our flight clock, turn on the chrono and release the parking brake.
Commencing push. Due to icy conditions, please stand by starting engines until push is completed and brakes are set.
Okay, as indicated by the ground staff, we just have to wait for pushback to be completed before we can proceed to start the engines.
Cabin crew, set doors to automatic and cross-check.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets and brace position, which you must adopt if you hear brace. Brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lighting will guide you to an exit. Please be aware that your nearest exit may be behind you. In an emergency, leave all cabin baggage on board. Your seatbelt is fastened, adjusted and released as shown. It must be fastened when the seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times. If the air supply fails, masks will drop from above you. Pull a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth, hold in place with the strap and pull on each side to adjust. Put on your own mask before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist, click together and pull the strap to adjust. Do not inflate it inside the aircraft. When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There is a light and whistle for attracting attention. We also carry flotation aids for children.
Alright, pushback has been completed. We're going to set the parking brakes and we're going to start our engines with the starting engine 2. Let's have a look. So engine 2 has started. As we can see, it's marked as a veil. Now we're going to proceed to start engine 1. Engine 1 has fully started. We can now confirm that we have a
Cockpit
good
to ground.
engine start.
We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Flip the switch back to norm. Alright, we can now turn off our APU bleed and turn off our APU. We've got a takeoff of flaps 1, so switch back to flaps 1. See the flaps come out anyway.
Unlocking the nose gear.
And then we're going to adjust our trim. So we have a trim of 0.2 down. Flap control 0.2 down. There we go. And return to it. Okay. Now we are just going to proceed to request taxi to the active.
Bypass pin removed.
Heathrow ground, shuttle 1424, request taxi to the active.
Shuttle 1424, runway 27 left taxi via link 56 Bravo, link 58 Foxtrot, link 28 November 1.
Taxi to runway 27 left via link 56, then Bravo, then link 58, then Foxtrot, then link 28, then November 1, shuttle 1424. Just making a note of this, then gonna go link 58, then we're going to go to Foxtrot, then link 28, then November 1. It's just the ground crew has cleared the aircraft. Just going to turn on our taxi light for now, switch to Navigraph and just open up the ground chart. So we're going to be taxiing via link 56, then Bravo, then link 58, then Foxtrot, then link 28, and then November 1. Alright, so it's link 56 onto Bravo, and then we're going to have to look for link 58, link 56 onto Bravo, okay, so it's link 56 Bravo past link 58 on Bravo, then we're going to hit Foxtrot. So it's link 56, where's my pen? It's link 56 Bravo, then Foxtrot. Foxtrot. Oh, okay. Clear all of this. So it's going to be link 56, then link 58, and then we're going to head on to Bravo all the way onto Bravo, come down link 28 and November 1 there. That's going to be our taxi route for today. Alright, so follow it. So I'm gonna just set our auto brake to max, lift up the spoilers. That's just to prepare for a rejected takeoff should we need to. Then we're going to lift and add a bit of throttle.
Speedbird 752 Bravo, at Ram Tango 4 Echo, request pushback and engine start. Speedbird 752 Bravo, Heathrow ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face northwest. Pushback and engine start approved. Face northwest. Speedbird 752 Bravo.
Let's keep it on the center line. Bit of a fast taxi as we've got a bit of ground to cover, and we are just avoiding running a little bit late. Okay, just going to ignore the ground vehicle. I've been encountering issues where ground vehicles just get in the way of the taxi. So,
Speedbird 752 Bravo, request taxi to the active. Speedbird 752 Bravo, runway 27 left taxi via Mike, Alpha, link 28 November 1. Runway 27 left taxi via Mike, Alpha, link 28 November 1, Speedbird 752 Bravo.
Speedbird 1 full golf, ramp tango 4 foxtrot, request pushback.
Speedbird 1 for golf, Heathrow ground, pushback approved. Face southeast.
Pushback approved. Face southeast. Speedbird 1 for golf. Swiss 81 Charlie, at gate 243, request pushback and engine start.
Swiss 81 Charlie, Heathrow ground, pushback approved. Face south.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face south, Swiss 81 Charlie.
Speedbird 752 Bravo, contact Heathrow Tower 118.705, bye-bye. Contact Tower 118.705, Speedbird 752 Bravo.
Speedbird 1 full golf, request taxi to the active.
Speedbird 1 for golf, runway 27 left taxi via link 28 November 1.
Runway 27 left taxi via link 28, November 1. Speedbird 1 full golf.
Speedbird 1 for Golf. Contact Heathrow Tower 118.705. Bye-bye.
Over to Tower 118.705. Speedbird 1 for Golf. Bye-bye. Swiss 81 Charlie, taxi for departure.
Swiss 81 Charlie, runway 27 left taxi via Lima, Bravo, link 28 November 1.
Runway 27 left taxi via Lima, Bravo, link 28 November 1, Swiss 81 Charlie.
Air Portugal 63 Victor, at gate 237 request pushback and engine start. Air Portugal 63 Victor, Heathrow ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face south. Pushback approved if face south, Air Portugal 63 Victor. Shuttle 1 for 24, contact Heathrow Tower 118.705.
Contact Tower on 118.705, Shuttle 1424.
Swiss 81 Charlie, contact Heathrow Tower 118.705. Have a good evening.
Contact Tower 118.705, Swiss 81
As I will be
Charlie.
concentrating
Bye-bye.
on flying, I'm going to hand over radio activities to my assistant, the flight assistant today, who will be operating the radio for us. So I'm switching beyond ATC to auto respond and auto tune on the radio. So we are told to contact Tower on 118.705. Just do our final checks before taking off. So number 1, landing lights on, set to take off, runway turn off lights on, the strobe lights we're going to turn that to on, and once our strobe light is turned on, we are going to turn on our predictive
Speedbird 752 Bravo, contact London Control 13 for decimal 125.
the takeoff. And we are normal.
Contact London Control 134 decimal 125, Speedbird 752 Bravo.
Interior lights of the aircraft, and let's ask for takeoff. Heathrow Tower, good morning. This is Shuttle 1424, holding short runway 27 left.
Shuttle 1 for 24 Heathrow Tower, wind 130 at 1 runway 27 left, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 27 left, Shuttle 1424. Okay, we have been cleared for takeoff. Release the parking brake. Let me just switch on the floodlight a bit, it's a little dark. So what we're going to do is release the parking brake and then head on down to the runway. Enjoy the takeoff, ladies and gentlemen. Made it right on time. Okay, let's turn the plane there.
Swiss 81 Charlie, ready to go. Runway 27 left.
Right. 50% throttle.
Swiss 81 Charlie, hold short of 27 left.
Alright. Manual throttle.
Affirmative, hold short of 27 left. Swiss 81 Charlie.
And we've got flex. Keep it on the center line.
Swiss 81 Charlie, runway 27 left. Line up and wait.
Line up and wait. Runway 27 left. Swiss 81 Charlie.
V1, rotate. Got positive rate of climb. Gear up.
Swiss 81 Charlie, Heathrow Tower. Wind 130 at 1 runway
Follow the
27
flight
left.
director.
Cleared for takeoff.
Runway 27 left.
Move off
Cleared for
throttle to
takeoff.
climb.
Swiss 81 Charlie.
Shuttle 1 for 24. Contact London Control 13 for decimal 125.
Contact London Control 134 decimal 125, shuttle 1424. London Control, shuttle 1424, good evening, 2,800 feet.
Right, then let's switch on the autopilot.
Shuttle 1424, London Control, identified. Climb to flight level 180.
Climb to 180.
Climb to flight level 180, shuttle 1424.
Right, bring up this flaps.
London Control, Swiss 81 Charlie. Good evening, 1,100 feet.
Swiss 81 Charlie, London Control, identified. Climb to flight level 180.
Climb to flight level 180, Swiss 81 Charlie.
We are just going to switch the climb to our own climb rate as we've been cleared higher by ATC. To a climb of around 2,000 feet. We have passed 6,000 feet, which is our transition altitude, so we will switch the QNH to the standard pressure. Just watching out for the 10,000 feet marker so that we can switch off our landing lights.
All aircraft be advised, information uniform now current. QNH 1036.
Sunrise coming up on our left, pretty amazing. Oh,
London Control, Air Portugal 63 Victor, 1,000 feet. Air Portugal 63 Victor, London Control, good morning, identified. Climb to flight level 180. Climb to flight level 180, Air Portugal 63 Victor.
We recommend that you keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you are seated. Toilets are located.
Speedbird 1 for Golf, contact London Control 118 decimal for 75.
This includes e-cigarettes. In just a few moments we'll commence our
Center on 118.475. Speedbird 1 for Golf.
Full details can be found in your in-flight brochure. You can also...
oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful
Payments in
views.
pounds
Okay, we've broken through 10,000 feet. Can turn off our landing lights, turn off the runways. Okay, we are past Umlaut, so we can return the climb to a controlled climb.
Ladies and gentlemen, just to let you know that we've just begun preparing the service and will be starting service shortly. If you could please ensure all aisles are clear and bags are placed in the overhead lockers, that would be much appreciated. Thank you.
Shuttle 1424, contact London Control 118 decimal for 75.
Contact London Control 118 decimal 475, Shuttle 1424.
KLM78 Echo, London Control, good morning, radar contact, climb to flight level 410.
Please ensure all aisles are clear and bags are placed in the overhead lockers, that would be much appreciated.
Climb to flight level for 10, KLM78 Echo.
London Control, Shuttle 1424, through flight level 159er for flight level 180.
Shuttle 1424, London Control, identified, climb to flight level 360.
Climb to flight level 360, Shuttle 1424.
Delta 242 Heavy, descend to flight level 220.
Descend to flight level 220, Delta 242
Alright,
Heavy.
we'll be climbing up to cruise altitude, and I'm going to leave it to the autopilot at this point in time. See you guys closer to our top of descent as we work our way down to George Best Airport. Enjoy the flight.
London Control, Tomjet 21 Mike, flight level 273.
Tomjet 21 Mike, London Control, identified. London Control, Tomjet 5 Charlie X-Ray, flight level 109er. Tomjet 5 Charlie X-ray, London Control, identified. Continue climb to flight level 340. Continue climb to flight level 340, Tomjet 5 Charlie X-ray.
London Control, Blue Max 60 Victor Zulu. Good morning, flight level 165.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to serve our hot drinks menu. Please make sure your tray table is without
Speedbird 1 for Golf,
any
London
items,
Control,
dials,
expect Baltic 1 kilo, runway 08.
Expect Baltic 1 kilo, runway 08. Speedbird 1 for Golf.
KLM 92 Tango, London Control, expect Lamso 2 Alpha, runway 18 center. Expect Lamso 2 Alpha, runway 18 center, KLM 92 Tango. KLM 38 Uniform, London Control, expect Lamso 2 Alpha, runway 18 center. Expect Lamso 2 Alpha, runway 18 center, KLM 38 Uniform. Blue Max 60 Victor Zulu, London Control, identified, continue climb to flight level 330.
Continue climb to flight level 330, Blue Max 60 Victor Zulu. London Control, KLM 66 Golf. Good morning, flight level 329er.
KLM 66 Golf, London Control, radar contact.
London Control, Ryanair 19 Mike Tango, flight level 111.
Ryanair 19 Mike Tango, London Control, good morning, identified, continue climb to flight level 370.
Continue climb to flight level 370, Ryanair 19 Mike Tango.
Speedbird 1 for Golf, Baltic 1 kilo, runway 08. Report ready for descent.
Baltic 1 kilo, runway 08, ready for descent. Speedbird 1 for Golf.
Speedbird 1 for Golf, descent to 2,000 feet, QNH 1032.
Descend to 2,000 feet. Speedbird 1 for Golf.
KLM 38 Uniform, Lamso 2 Alpha, runway 18 center. Report ready for descent. Lamso 2 Alpha, runway 18 center, ready for descent, KLM 38 Uniform. KLM 38 Uniform, descend to flight level 220. Descend to flight level 220, KLM 38 Uniform. KLM 92 Tango, descend to flight level 220. Descend to flight level 220, KLM 92 Tango. London Control, Eurowing 6970, good morning, flight level 09er tree. Eurowing 6970, London Control, radar contact. Eurowing 6970. Contact Norwich approach 128.33. Contacting Norwich approach 128.33. Eurowing 6970. Shuttle 1424. Contact London Control 118.775. Have a good morning.
Lunch menu. Please make sure your tray table is in the down position and clear any items from the aisle. Thank you.
Contact London Control 118.775. Shuttle 1424. Bye-bye.
London Control, Chanix 98 Alpha Pupper, flight level 166. Chanix 98 Alpha Pupper, London Control, good morning, identified, continue climb to flight level 370. Continue climb to flight level 370, Chanix 98 Alpha Pupper. Max 853 Lima, contact London Control 118.475. Center on 118.475, Blue Max 853 Lima, have a good morning.
London Control, Shuttle 1424, through flight level 305 for flight level 360.
Shuttle 1424, London Control, radar contact. Airhop 97 Zulu Bravo, contact London Control 118.475.
Center on 118.475, Airhop 97 Zulu Bravo. Have a good morning.
London Control, Ryanair 203 Victor, flight level 340. Ryanair 203 Victor, London Control, identified. Easy 1 for Lima Charlie, contact London Control 118.475, have a good morning. Center on 118.475, easy 1 for Lima Charlie.
London Control, Ryanair 2399. Good morning. Flight level 151.
Ryanair 2399, London Control, identified, climb to flight level 350.
Climb to flight level 350, Ryanair 2399.
Ryanair 2 for Foxtrot Kilo, London Control, expect Zurich 1 Lima, runway 22.
Expect Zurich 1 Lima, runway 22, Ryanair 2 for Foxtrot Kilo. London Control, Ryanair 9 Hotel Mike, flight level 275.
Ryanair 9 Hotel Mike, London Control, radar contact, continue climb to flight level 370.
Continue climb to flight level 370, Ryanair 9 Hotel Mike. London Control, Ryanair 67 Foxtrot Yankee, flight level 307.
Ryanair 67 370. Ryanair 88 Alpha Zulu, London Control, identified.
London Control, Speedbird 9 Delta, flight level 370.
Speedbird 9 Delta, London Control, identified. Ryanair 61 Alpha Alpha, London Control, expect Fable 1 Romeo, runway 16.
Expect Fable 1 Romeo, runway 16, Ryanair 61 Alpha Alpha.
Ryanair 67 Foxtrot Yankee, London Control, expect Listo 1 Lima, runway 22.
Expect Listo 1 Lima, runway 22, Ryanair 67 Foxtrot Yankee.
London Control, Easy 47 Papa Whiskey, flight level 1 for Niner. Easy 47 Papa Whiskey, London Control, radar contact, continue climb to flight level 330. Continue climb to flight level 330, Easy 47 Papa Whiskey. Ryanair 2 for Foxtrot Kilo, Zurich 1 Lima, runway 22. Report ready for descent.
Zurich 1 Lima, runway 22, ready for descent. Ryanair 2 for Foxtrot Kilo.
Alright,
Ryanair 2
we are
for Foxtrot
53
Kilo, descent to flight level 180.
miles away from the top of descent.
Descent to flight level 180, Ryanair 2 for Foxtrot Kilo.
So we just want to
Ryanair
add
67 Foxtrot Yankee, descend to flight level 200.
a radio over the airport where we are arriving. Just want to
Descent to flight level 200, Ryanair 67 Foxtrot Yankee.
fix it for the fix.
Ryanair 61 Alpha Alpha, descend to flight level 110.
Radialist. This is where we can start hearing ATC.
Descend to flight level 110,
The ATC
Ryanair
arrival
61
ATC.
Alpha Alpha.
Ryanair 203 Victor, London Control, expect Upland for Lima, runway 28 left, Ryanair 203 Victor. Speedbird 9 Delta, London Control, expect Nugra 1 Hotel, runway 27 right.
Arrival ATC frequencies 124 580. There you go. See if we can catch the sunrise. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful sunrise from the outside. Oh, stunning. I love early morning flights just because of the sunrise. Spectacular. in around 20 more miles. ATC should contact us and just give us a runway to expect and an altitude to descend to. So we'll just wait for ATC and proceed with the descent. Send me the company messages. I'm sure we have no after door close procedures required because we left on time exactly. That's good.
Ryanair 2399, contact London Control 118 decimal for 75.
Center on 118 decimal 475. Ryanair 2399. Bye bye.
Blue Max 6 Romeo Echo, London Control, expect Finma 1 Lima, runway 22. Expect Finma 1 Lima, runway 22, Blue Max 6 Romeo Echo. Speedbird 9 Delta, descend to flight level 200.
Okay, ATC seems to be
Descend to flight level 200, Speedbird 9 Delta.
20,000 feet for now. Just start out.
Easy 47 Papa Whiskey, contact London Control 118 decimal for 75. Have a good morning. Ryanair 203 Victor, Ablin for Lima, runway 2.
Ablin for Lima, runway 28 left, ready for descent. Ryanair 203 Victor.
Ryanair 203 Victor, descend to flight level 160. Canucks 001 Charlie, contact London Control 118 decimal for 75. Bye bye.
Center on 118 decimal for 75, Canucks 001 Charlie. Bye bye.
London Control, Shuttle 1424, through flight level 350 for flight level 360 direct blocks.
Neptune 1 Foxtrot, London Control, expect radar vectors, ILS runway 25.
Expect radar vectors, ILS runway 25, Neptune 1 Foxtrot.
Shuttle Shuttle 1 for 24, London Control, expect radar vectors, ILS runway 22.
Okay, we should expect runway 22.
Expect radar vectors, ILS runway 22, Shuttle 1424.
Shuttle 1424, you were assigned flight level 360. I show you at flight level 315. Climb to flight level 360.
Roger, climb to flight level 360, Shuttle 1424.
London Control, Ryanair 52 Romeo Pupper. Good morning. Flight level 324.
Just call in ready for descent so that ATC can
Blue Max 6 Romeo Echo. Descend to flight level 15.
Shuttle 1424. Approaching our top of descent. Ready for lower.
Blue Max 6 Romeo Echo. Descend to flight level 150.
Alright, let's pull out the chart and have a look. The ILS chart. So we have been allocated runway 22. So go. So as per the chart, approach altitude is 2,000 feet. Minimum is okay. So just gonna keep that in mind. Let's listen out for the arrival airport status and take note of the conditions.
Belfast City Airport information Oscar. 0611 Zulu. Wind 180 at 4. Visibility 10 miles or more. Few clouds at 2,700. Ceiling 3,700 overcast. Temperature 05. 2.03. QNH 1032. VFR conditions. Landing and departing runway 22. Transition level 060. Temporary flight restrictions are in effect for Belfast City. Advise on initial contact you have information Oscar.
Alright, that's our arrival status.
Belfast City.
Let's carry on with ATC. Try and switch frequencies.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin bag is safely stowed with your laptop inside. Your tray table must be stowed, armrest down and window blind open. You now need to be seated with your seatbelt fastened.
Neptune 1 Foxtrot, radar vectors, ILS runway 25. Report ready for descent.
The toilets are no longer in service. Thank you.
Radar vectors, ILS runway 25, ready for descent, Neptune 1 Foxtrot.
Neptune 1 Foxtrot, fly present heading, descend to flight level 170 Aldergrove Airport landing runway 25.
Fly present heading, descend to flight level 170 Aldergrove Airport landing runway 25, Neptune 1 Foxtrot.
London Control, Shuttle 1424, good morning, flight level 219er.
London Control, Ryanair 3 Kilo, flight level 337.
London Control, Shamrock 60 Hotel, flight level 281.
Ryanair 3 Kilo, London Control, identified. Continue climb to flight level 370.
Continue climb to flight level 370, Ryanair 3 Kilo.
Shamrock 60 Hotel, London Control, radar contact. Continue climb to flight level 370.
Continue climb to flight level 370, Shamrock 60 Hotel.
Shuttle 1424, descend to flight level 180 vectors for the approach.
Descend to flight level 180, Shuttle 1424.
Easy 71 Yankee Lima, contact Shannon Control 132.15, bye-bye.
Center on 132.15, Easy 71 Yankee Lima. Have a good morning. London Control, KLM 72 Zulu. Good morning, flight level 313.
KLM 72 Zulu, London Control, identified.
London Control, Ryanair 6 Bravo Juliet, flight level 270.
Ryanair 6 Bravo Juliet, London Control, identified. Ryanair 6 Bravo Juliet, London Control, expect X is 1 kilo, runway 25.
ATC just seems to be very delayed and it's costing me on my descent.
Expect X is 1 kilo, runway 25, Ryanair 6 Bravo Juliet.
And fly the plane as we should. Key in our approach altitude, which is 2,000.
Easy 27 Yankee Zulu, contact Scottish Control 119.875.
Key in our arrival, airport weather conditions, so we've got a queue.
Center on 119.875, Easy 27 Yankee Zulu.
Temperature of 5 degrees. The wind was coming at from 180.
London Control, Easy 403 Victor. Good morning, flight level 172.
Transition altitude 460.
Easy 403 Victor, London Control, radar contact.
Looking at the charts, what we've got under
Easy 403 Victor, fly present heading, descent to 5,000 feet, QNH 1032 vectors for the approach. Expect further clearance in about for 1 miles.
Should be perfect.
Fly present heading, descent to 5,000 feet, QNH 1032, Easy 403 Victor.
Just double check our frequency.
Shuttle 1424, contact Belfast approach 130.85.
108.1.
Contact Belfast approach 130.85, Shuttle 1424.
1.27.
Belfast approach, Shuttle 1424, flight level 130 with information Papa.
Shuttle 1424 Belfast approach, QNH 1032, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 22.
QNH1032, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 22, shuttle 1424.
Shuttle 1424, descend to flight level 100.
Descend to flight level 100, shuttle 1424.
Belfast approach, EZ403 Victor, flight level 140, we have Papa on board.
Shuttle 1424, turn right, heading 320.
Turn right, heading 320, shuttle 1424.
EZ403 Victor, Belfast approach, QNH1032, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 22.
QNH1032, expect radar vectors for ILS runway 22, EZ403 Victor.
Shuttle 1424, descend to 4,000 feet, QNH1032.
Descend to 4,000 feet, QNH1032, shuttle 1424.
We are below 10,000 feet with not landing lights. And we turn off the lights and deploy a bit of speed brake for now. We're 20 miles out, so we want to decrease our speed as well. Possibly 200 knots should do. Full on speed brakes, get the speed down, slightly below profile, which is okay. Just want to be slightly a little bit and then decrease our rate of descent just to aid with the slowing down. Slightly below profile, decrease the rate of descent to slow down much faster. Right, we are below 230, we can pull out flaps 1.
Shuttle 1424, turn left, heading 310, descend to 3,000 feet.
A10, 3,000 feet.
Turn left, heading 310. Descend to 3,000 feet, shuttle 1424.
Just want to level off here to get some speed down, and then we'll resume the descent. Switch it down to 180 knots.
Easy 403 Victor, descend to 4,000 feet.
Descend to 4,000 feet, Easy 403 Victor.
Drop down the gear.
Shuttle 1424, 4 miles from CF22, turn left, heading 260, maintain 2,000 feet until established on the final approach course. Cleared ILS runway 22.
Turn left, heading 260, 2,000 feet until established. Cleared ILS runway 22, shuttle 1424.
The localizer. And there we go. Just level off. Minimum is 2,000 feet, but we should be fine. Bring down our speed around 170.
Easy 403 Victor, turn left, heading 315, descend to 3,000 feet.
Still flaps 3.
Turn left, heading 315, descend to 3,000 feet, Easy 403 Victor.
Oh, well, an overcorrection here. Late turn, but they should be fine. Let's declare that we are established.
Shuttle 1424, contact Belfast Tower 122.83. Have a good morning.
Over to Tower 122.83, shuttle 1424. Have a good morning.
Down 160 knots.
Belfast Tower, shuttle 1424, ILS runway 22.
Shuttle 1424, Belfast Tower, wind 210 at 5 runway 22 clear to land.
Runway 22 cleared to land, shuttle 1424.
Just a little over 5 miles out, going to then activate the approach phase. And we're gonna go for a medium brake. Our current weight on the aircraft will be at 61.4 tons. Apply the meter, 61.4 tons. Medium brake. It's a very short runway, so we're going to go manual, maximum of the brake. Armor spoilers, engage full flaps.
Belfast Tower, Easy 403 Victor, ILS runway 22. Easy 403 Victor, Belfast Tower, continue. Roger, Easy 403 Victor.
Got a slight headwind coming through, but everything else seems set. Final checks, while gears down, flaps extended, auto brakes selected, landing lights are on, running lights are on, running turning lights are on, things on, seatbelt, no smoking signs,
1000,
1000, disengage the autopilot. Right, let's keep it down the center, slightly below the glide slope. Pull it up a bit. Keep it on center. Keep it on center. Watch the glide slope.
500, 400, 300, 100 above, 200, minimum, 100,
Light slope. Light slope.
40, 30, 20, retard, return, 5,
Full reverses, manual braking. Alright.
Shuttle 1424, exit left at Alpha 2.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And welcome
Exit left
to
at Alpha 2,
Belfast
Shuttle
City
1424.
safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls, or internet access may now be used. Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat, and in the overhead lockers. Do take care when opening the lockers in case anything falls out. Smoking is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area. On behalf of the captain and the crew, it has been our pleasure looking after you today. Our ground crew will help you complete your self-loading cargo journey. For the latest news, promotions, flight and destination information, check out our official Facebook page, Twitter, or the official self-loading cargo app. Thank you.
Alright, landing lights can go off.
Easy 403 Victor, wind 210 at 5, runway 22 clear to land. Runway 22 clear to land, Easy 403 Victor.
Shuttle 1424, request taxi to assigned gate.
Shuttle 1424, ground 8 taxi via Alpha.
Ramp 8 via Alpha, Shuttle 1424.
Okay, we'll be going to ramp 8 via Alpha.
Easy 403 Victor, exit left at Alpha 3. Exit left at Alpha 3, Easy 403 Victor.
Strobe lights can be turned off because we are off the runway.
Easy 403 Victor, ramp 24, taxi at pilot's discretion. Ramp 24 taxi at my discretion, Easy 403 Victor.
Just a slight early turn. Correct that, slow down a bit. Correct the aircraft. I have no GSX profile on this. That should do it. Get on the parking brakes.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain seated until the captain turns off the seatbelt sign. Once that happens, we will start deboarding and you'll be able to leave the aircraft. Thank you.
Now that we've arrived, we
Cabin
can turn
crew,
off the
please disarm
engines.
doors and cross-check.
There we go. Can turn off the no smoking lights, turn off the seatbelt lights, and then turn off the beacon lights to start deboarding the aircraft. So look at how skew we are. That's not too bad, not too shabby for parking. And from there was a bit of a heavy landing. We are looking at a landing rate of 326 feet per minute and a 1.26 G rating, so we could do better on the landing, try and stabilize the plane a little bit out. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Belfast. I trust that you'll enjoy your stay in Belfast.
Passengers'
And
bus
that
is
is
coming.
it from
Ladies and
your
gentlemen,
flight
your portable electronic
captain of
devices
the day,
must not be
Professor
used until you are
Takanyam,
inside the
for
airport. When
British
disembarking,
Airways
please
shuttle
take care and
service
hold onto the
on
handrails
shuttle
while walking down the stairs.
1424.
Please ensure that you supervise your children, and
Thank
for your
you.
own safety do not walk underneath the wing. Thank you.